show to the upcoming Ocean's 12. Our next guest is a film and television legend. Please welcome back to the show the amazing Carl Reiner.
Albino jeans.
They are albino jeans. You look great. You look like you've been yachting. It's a very dapper, handsome look right now.
So much thought about what to wear when I came out here. I had a jacket with a zipper. I had no tie. I had one with a hat. I couldn't figure it out. Then I realized if I want to be formal from here up, from here down informal, so you have your choice.
That's a great way.
Yes. And by the way, Wenda Sykes saying that 40, she doesn't care anymore.
Right.
I'm 82. No, she's right. At 40, I didn't care. At 50, I didn't care. 60, I didn't care. 70, I started to care. And all of a sudden, at 80, I'm really caring. At 82, I said, I better leave a better world for my kids. I started to worry. I started to worry. But it's all right, I'm caring. Start caring. Don't not care.
Yeah, start caring. Would you like some peas for your feet?
You know, I always use peas at home when I have a sprained anything.
Yeah.
Corn is good too, but peas are better.
Yeah.
And by the way, when they get hot, you put them back in and do it again.
Yeah, no, they're great.
By the way, flossing is wonderful, but
Isn't
you can't floss everywhere. So, you know what, I want to give you a present.
Thanks.
If you don't have these, this is yours. And when you can't floss, you can do this. This is addictive. It's got a little brush on one side, and you can get in anywhere. Sometimes I floss and don't get it, and I'll get it with this.
Have y'all heard of these brush picks?
I wish. Oh, there may be enough. We'll
for
give
everyone?
Them out. We'll give them out.
Well, they're called brush picks. Send us some stuff for the audience, brush picks. But there's a brush on one side. That's a tiny amount of toothpaste you have to put on there.
Try it. I want to see what happens. Watch. Her eyes will go to the top of her head. There's something sexual about it when you do this. I can't say I flossed with Ellen, but I picked with her.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a classy show.
You're not going to...
Yeah. That is, you know, because you should do that, actually.
Yes.
Don't you think?
You know, as a matter of fact, I think in the Asian countries or in Japan or China, I remember seeing this, and they think it's that you don't want to be using a toothpick, like this. So they do it behind a thing, and you see this. And so I think you can guess what they're doing.
That's not attractive. I'd rather see just that.
Right, because you can do this very gently.
Yeah, very, very delicately.
Yeah. I wish I had eaten some nuts. You had a bowl of nuts, and I wish I had eaten more nuts because I picked them all out. I would like to have shown you how you can get a nut out. But I have nothing in there.
It's such a shame that you can't show us that. We're all disappointed. That would be good TV.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, look at this. What is that? You didn't get that off your jacket? This was a last choice.
That's my lucky thread. Leave it there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my lucky thread.
All right.
I've worn that for 35 years, that piece of thread. I'm going to put it in here so I don't lose it. Somebody may take it.
Yeah. Now, do you care, at this point, being married for, how long have you been married?
61 years.
61 years. Do you still does she dress you, or did you dress, or does she go, I don't like that, and you care if she, or?
No, we do care. We do ask each other. I asked her when I came here, I said, should I wear this? She said, maybe you ought to put a crease in it. I said, that takes the whole effect out. You have a crease, it's not an albino gene.
Yeah.
No, we do.
She buys you clothes and stuff like that?
No, no. I buy myself clothes, yes. I can't, my wife shops very carefully. And I don't like going shopping with her because she'll think about things and she'll try. I walk in a store and buy the wrong thing very quickly. And then I don't wear it. But I have a closet full of wrong things that become the right things when you have them long enough.
Eventually it'll be in style. And Estelle, your wife's name is Estelle, right?
Estelle, right.
That's right.
Estelle the jazz singer.
All right, Estelle the jazz singer. I know, and now what is it? I think I wanted to ask you this last time you were here, because 61 years, that's like so rare now that people last. What do you think that the key is to a long-lasting relationship?
Well, we were asked that. Estelle had the absolute perfect reason that people can live together. And they said, how did you make it for 30? She says, marry someone who can stand you. Think about that. Not that you can stand, but that can stand you. And if you think about that, because lust is easy, love is hard, like is most important.
Right.
And if you do these terrible things like you floss in public and she doesn't like that, well, say, I could stand that, you know.
Right.
So if you just make sure that you don't hate the things that each other do, but if you can stand them, stay together, because where you're going, you don't know. With whom you're going to live, you don't know. Stay with the one you got.
That's right. That's right. Good advice. We have to take a break. We'll be right back with Carl Reiner right after this. We're back with Carl Reiner. And that's, you play the grandfather, and a little bit of a grouch on Father of the Bride.
Very grouchy. Did you notice he's bald? He has no mane.
Yeah.
And I think they cast me because I played Alan Brady on the old Dick Van Dyke Show, and I was bald. And I think that's because Alan Brady was a mean, curmudgeonly type fella, and so was this guy. You see that bald head?
Yeah.
When he was the star of the Siegfried and Roy show, and in one show, the last time he was the star, his haunches were giving out, and when he had to go through the circle of fire, his head, which he had a toupee on, hit the rim, and he lost his toupee, lost his job, and he has to live with his son-in-law, John Goodman, and Cheryl Hines.
It's so great, so clever, really, really original. Now, and it's also amazing to me that you're still doing this, you're still working, you have Ocean's 12 coming out, you're doing this. Do you remember the very first thing that you ever did on television to think you'd go this long?
Like it was yesterday. I came home from the Army, I saw Frank Sinatra at a radio studio doing a program, a radio program, and I never forgot this. He was singing something like, night and day, you are the one, only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Then he walked away from the mic and went, whether near to me or afar. And I said, and my first job on television, I said, it's visual, you got to do something visual. And I thought of that. It was the Maggie McNellis Crystal Room in 1949. And I was asked to do something, and I said, there was this great radio singer who made it tremendously. Television came, and he couldn't make it, and this is the reason why, because he sang beautifully, but this is what he looked like. Those faraway places with strange sounding names, far away under the sea, those faraway places I've been reading about, calling. Couldn't make it in television. Could not make it. Very first thing, 1948.
That's hilarious.
The Face is still doing it.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's the first thing
You can do it. I saw you do it.
I can do it a little bit.
Now, there's something you can learn. This eye, which you see that eye?
I do.
Yeah, can you do that? That's good.
Okay.
Don't. It's not. You're not closing your lid. You're just closing the top lid.
Okay.
Yeah. Now both.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Good.
I think this is very attractive. The Father of the Bride is on Tuesdays at 9 on NBC. Everybody in the audience is getting a copy of Carl's book, My Anecdotal Life.